So you haven't said anything yet. You just noticed it.
Oh yeah, I don't say anything. I just let it happen. That's nature.
Well, and I notice that Shelly notices because I'm like paying attention.
I'm like,
because we both kind of clock it, but then I see her look up, and I'm like, okay, she sees something else. But I'm also like, you were way too chilled about what is happening right now.
Yeah, Shelly's like kind of arms crossed, stroking where a mustache would be, and just really taking in the sights and enjoying everything that nature has to offer.
Interesting. It seems like it's a harsh environment, but your character is really liking this.
Oh yeah.
The sun and the
Comfortable, surrounded by blood and predators.
So you just watch?
Oh yeah.
So what was the creature that was above?
You don't. Oh, you said you noticed it.
I noticed her noticing
it. What's it?
Because I noticed she also saw the camels, but she's looking up.
An androsphinx. So it's like a specific type of sphinx. It's a sphinx with like a lion body, huge wings. They're pretty big, and their face is not human-like, but it's a little more human than a lion's face. There's a marker of intelligence.
So are we more pro-camel or pro-sphinx thing?
You're here to get undead. It's up to you.
Where does a sphinx thing land in the undead world? Are they pro-undead or are they...
Roll an intelligence check. That's a very good question. You're going to roll a 20-sided, and you're going to add your intelligence bonus to it.
A 17 again?
17?
Plus -1. Is that the little INT? I take that one with it, right? Yeah, -1.
It is not undead. It is not like, there's something called magical animals. So it's like not a naturally created animal, it's kind of magic created, but it's almost kind of like a legendary creature. You don't see a lot of them. They're almost intelligent. You wouldn't say that they have like a city, but they definitely can communicate with another if they wanted to. So it's not undead, but they're big.
Well...
Sorry. No, you go.
I was going to say, I'm just really happy that it's paying attention to the camels and not us.
That's what I wanted to roll and see if I could pick up on, as I think Shelley would refer to herself as a predator as well. So is there any kind of like intuition I'm picking up on that like it's going to come for us next, or...
I love this character that you're developing, that Shelley is a predator and identifies with predators. That's so interesting. Yeah, roll wisdom, I think would probably...
9, 10, 11.
They're almost like intelligent creatures. They're not like sharks where there's mindless eating machines. So this is feeding, or maybe it's not feeding. We don't know yet. It's going after camels for some purpose. It's top of the food chain, but it's not like a predator like a shark is. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
And you two what are you guys talking about? Because you're not paying attention to any of this.
I've got sand in my beard.
And I want to know, what meal did you get the wizard for him to give you a position to land in?
Well, I was surprised because I was going to go for the bigger one, which is a
Double Big Mac.
And they
Did you get large fries as well?
Large fries. But it wasn't that. It was a Happy Meal.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, he probably likes the toys.
Back to you two. What do you do? Because you're actually, it seems like you're admiring almost the beauty of nature.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think we're both kind of on this similar page of like, I have no desire to really attack the Sphinx creature until it gives us a reason that we'd have to.
Yeah. How do I decide which animal I'm on the side of? Kind of
Yeah.
like I don't.
Yeah. So I kind of feel that same vein of there doesn't seem to be any reason that I need to go after that, but I would like to investigate further on, is there anything about the camels in particular on why it is? That's what's drawn my interest of why is it going after those camels?
Roll a deduction.
20?
20-sided plus, yeah. And I need some dice.
Do I add anything to that one? Or is it just...
Whatever your deduction skill is, plus wisdom.
So I think it's like 8 plus whatever your...
8 plus 15.
8 plus... Oh, and you rolled a 15?
Rolled a 15, and I have 8 for deduction.
And what's your wisdom bonus as well?
2.
2, so it's 20. You rolled 20 altogether. Not a natural.
No, more than 20. 18, 8 plus 15 plus 2.
25.
Yes.
I got that gif of all of them.
That's how I feel. Everyone else else is giving David like the actual already added up numbers, and I'm like, these are my numbers.
I feed you numbers.
Here they are.
Progress will happen.
I'm happy to do that.
I will work on it.
So what were you trying to discover? Like, what's your question?
My question is kind of like, why is he going after? Why is the creature going after the camels? Like, is there something we need to be paying attention to within that of like why these camels?
So normally the DM would tell you the answer, and I don't have an answer. You just make it up, but you're going to be right because you rolled so high. So why do you think that the Sphinx is attacking the camels?
Ooh, I think the Sphinx is attacking the camels because they have just come from somewhere with the undead. So they had some undead, like, scents still lingering on them.
So the Sphinx is also attacking undead as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Because I want the Sphinx on our side, so if I get to decide, that's what I'm deciding.
Tabs, roll a perception check, which would just be your wisdom bonus.
13.
The Sphinx behavior has changed. You're not quite sure what it means. Are you looking at the Sphinx as well? You're analyzing. What you do a perception check as well. So just a wisdom bonus.
13.
So its behavior has changed. It looks like it's no longer circling the camels.
Is it coming towards us?
Looks like that.
Okay, I just put my knuckle dusters on and pull out my big hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You two, what else? How's the McDonald's conversation going?
Oh.
But with a Happy Meal with a toy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this is tomato ketchup
On your,
on my hands.
did he want extra?
That is blood. let me just chime in here. Are you guys noticing anything around?
Oh, he's got sand in his beard.
Yeah, okay. I think the toy that he wanted was significant.
Shelley's just over like limbering up, like just really like getting ready.
But the weird thing is I couldn't see the advertising. I was too busy dealing with change.
So I have to buy all the Happy Meals.
You have to buy all of the Happy Meal.
Right.
So just then, while this conversation is going, and you're trying to pull them into reality.
But they don't seem to notice that I'm trying to pull them into reality.
A table appears before you, and there's delicious food on the table. There's a table that appears before you, and it's a big table. It's not just for you, it's like for everyone. But for some reason, it's placed so that you can enjoy it. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's delicious food, and there's a lot of different types of foods and drinks on there. It appears right in front of you.
I dig in. No thoughts.
I immediately like slap the item and like I'm like, have you checked for poison?
It's a Marmite and cheese croissant.
They know your weaknesses.
Do you? Because you're the physical one. Do you let her slap it out of your hand?
I think I have a lot of respect for you, so I'm like kind of faking resistance on the arm. But I'm like, she's usually right about these things, so I'm just holding it, waiting for a good enough excuse not to eat it.
So that exchange happens, and then you two notice this as well, because it has been placed for you, which is kind of a weird thing.
Oh, someone put on a buffet.
It looks good. It really does look good. Really good. I'm going over as well.
Wow. The thing is with this particular table is whether you pick out a starter or you just go for the main course.
It's a buffet. You put everything on one plate. So
Well,
starter and main and dessert.
You've applied too much to the buffet. Open your mind a bit. That you can start. You can develop.
Is no one concerned that the food appeared out of nowhere and could be poisoned? Why am I the only one that thinks of these things?
I think Shelly seeing that like the two gnomes are like, this is good. I'm like, all right, this is probably bad.
Do you yell that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, the Sphinx lands next to you all, and it is pretty big. It is. Let's see how tall it is. It doesn't tell me how big it is. It's about 9 feet tall. It's pretty huge, and it stands there, and you get this sense of nobility, almost like you're in the presence of royalty. And it says to you, I wanted to present it a gift before I landed and approached you.
Can I say you first?
What do you mean?
First.
To eat?
Yeah.
He's like, I've created this food. You don't have to eat it if you don't want to, but I wanted to put out a kind gesture first.
No, I know. I want to eat it. So
Give me a charisma check.
oh no. Goodness. Oh, okay, 16.
Okay, keep on talking. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna pick it up, and I think I'm seeing like big cat as well. So I'm just kind of like waving it around to see how he reacts to it.
Oh gosh, he visibly ignores it. You know, where he's like, like he almost respects the because that's like trying to reach out to a cat. Right?
He'll like go a little bit like against his will.
But he says to everyone, he says, I just saw you appear out of nowhere. I'm sorry, you wanted me to eat the food, right? He takes a little bit of whatever you want, and he puts it in his mouth, and he goes, it's not poison.
Take a bite of this one and go.
What brings you to my lands? Who has the highest charisma here? What's your charisma, Steve? Actually, Monica, you might have that.
Yeah, you're +2, I'm +5. So are you talking about the bonus?
Yeah, just the number.
I have a 20.
I'm -1.
Yeah.
He talks directly to you. Says, what brings you to my lands? He doesn't seem angry.
Well, and we've already clarified, because what I said was correct, that he's like anti-undead. So he's like, or he's kind of on our same-ish page, even if it's in different ways.
That's kind of like the point of this world, is you never know who's like secretly still practicing necromancy. But this is all created collaboratively, so maybe he is or maybe he isn't. We don't know.
We just heard that there was some disruption in this area, and we've come to make sure that everything's okay.
Do you need lodgings? Like, are you looking for a place to rest? Or you find out here in the middle of the dunes? He gives you a weird look. What are you doing? What's your character doing?
I'm just looking at the food.
Are you eating any of it?
Of course.
Okay.
I know the food is a gift in itself, but I'm looking for the gift, the concept.
Okay,
So I'm under the table right now.
Monica, can you give me a wisdom check?
7 and 9.
But he's talking to you still.
Okay.
He's like, were you looking for a place? Are you looking for community? Or did you want to just kind of journey out?
I mean, we'd probably like to go in the correct direction of where the population is. So, we've never been to these parts, so we don't want to aimlessly wander a desert all night. Could definitely point us in the right direction.
He points off to kind of like the northwest, and you see like a big flame appear and it disappears, and he goes, head that direction. That direction will take you to a city. The city is called Haaaa. And what are they renowned for in this desert wasteland?
As surprising people. That's it. There's nothing else.
Is that their main
The
expert?
Wikipedia entry is just they're just surprising. Surprising visitors who have been there. That's all
I
they write.
heard a rumor once that they got the name "Ha" because when you would jump up and scare them, people have a tendency to go "Ha."
Yeah.
It's been around for ages. It predates language because it was but head that direction. It's the land of Ha, and they're known for surprising people.
I don't like surprises.
Are they nasty surprises? Or are they?
Oh, it's just mild kind of. They're not pranks,
Oh, so not TikTok.
but it might look like a particular shop, but it isn't that shop. So it's like, it's different types of you see.
Is it like a cake or not surprise?
Yeah, cake or not.
Oh, okay,
You're
good.
like,
Let's
so
go.
it's cake.
Let's go.
This is gonna be the best campaign ever.
50-50, it's cake.